So many of you asked for more runs and arpeggios like we did in this video. So there you go. Let's look at 12 more killer runs and arpeggios for jazz piano. For this video, we put together a demo song with all 12 runs back to back. And as you can hear, it has a more flamenco sound to it. Of course, these runs will work on any style, and I'll show you a couple of them in a more jazzy context later. Although they sound impressive and very hard to play, they're actually pretty easy. We'll show you how to play them and where they work, and also some practicing tips so you can get them on your playing in no time. And stick around to the end of the video where I'll show you how to download a PDF with all of the runs. And guys, please feel free to let us know in the comments down below what you would like us to talk about in our next videos. If you're new to MDEX Music, we create music books and apps, piano arrangements, and we discuss improvisation, songwriting, and sometimes we take music theory to strange and uncharted places. So subscribe and hit the bell, and join us for exclusive access to our ever-expanding library of music resources. This is a two-handed arpeggio based on a minor add 9 chord, but there's no root. Think of a minor add 9 chord, let's say A minor add 9, so that's A, B, C, and E. Now, if we remove the root, we get this. So the left hand plays the ninth, the B, and the right hand plays the C and the E, and doubles the C an octave above. And at the end, you can play the pattern backwards to land on the ninth of the chord. The great thing about this run is that you can use it on any chord that takes this minor add 9 upper structure. So not only can we use it on an A minor chord, but also on an F major 7 Lydian, a D7 Mixolydian, and even an A flat 7 sharp 9. Number 2. This is just a run in thirds using only white keys. The trick here is to use only fingers 1 and 3 and keep that shape on your hand, like if it was a ball bouncing on the ground faster and faster every time. Otherwise, you won't get to the end with enough speed. Start slower and speed up towards the end. To be able to pull this off at speed, make sure you're using a swiping motion with your forearm. Stay as close to the keys as possible. There's no time to travel all this distance away from the keys. Also, use a combination of wrist movement and forearm movement. Finding the balance between how loose your wrist is and how much forearm you use is the trick. You'll know what I'm talking about when you try it. Now for the application of this. You can start and finish this run wherever you want to. We can target a G major triad like we did in our demo, like this. But you can also target a D minor chord like this. Or an F7 sharp 11 also. Number 3. This run feels very comfortable on the right hand. You'll see how easy it is to play. We're only using add 9 chords in the most basic position. So the second and fifth finger strike the keys together and you think of 2, 3, 2, 1. Now just alternate between a C add 9 and a G add 9 like this. The only challenging part is hitting the next chord in the sequence. So it's good to just practice the 2 add 9 chords to get a feeling for the gap between the two chords. And you can use it on any chord that takes C Ionian as a chord scale, like a C major 7 or an F major 7. Number 4. A major 7 arpeggio played by alternating hands is one of the easiest arpeggios on the piano. It's always a safe bet. As we said in our previous video, you can always perfect these runs by varying the rhythms that you use to play them. Or by adding one note at a time. Just remember, you can use the major 7 on any chords that take that major 7 as an upper structure. And by the way, if you're curious about how to use these upper structures effectively on different chords, go ahead and check out our course on upper structures. So we can use an F major 7 arpeggio on a D minor chord if we want to. Number 5. This is a run with a hidden approach note. You think of a diminished major 7 chord, like F diminished major 7, and replace the minor third with the major third. The right hand plays these 4 notes, and the left hand resolves the major third to the minor third. So the A is acting as an approach note to the A flat. The cool thing about this run is that it's a 5-note run, which opens up lots of rhythmic possibilities since it's an odd number. We can not only use this run on an E7 chord, but also on any of these dominant chords: G7, B flat 7, and D flat 7. Number 6. This is a clever way of voicing a major 7 add 9 chord. Let's say we have an F major 7 add 9. You can get a really nice sound from this chord by playing it in first inversion with the third on the bass. And now we extract 2 substructures from this voicing. The left hand plays this same voicing without the C, the second note from the bottom, which is the 5th of the chord. And the right hand plays the 3 notes from the voicing starting on that C, but an octave higher. And then we just alternate both hands like this. And this is yet another cool odd count run with groups of 7 notes. Again, we can use this run on any chord that takes that major 7 add 9 as an upper structure, like F major 7, D minor 7, G7 sus4, or even B flat major 7 sharp 11. Number 7. Another substructures combination. This time we're going to extract 2 substructures from major 7 sharp 11 voicings. Let's use C major 7 sharp 11 like this. So this is literally a closed voicing of a C major 7 sharp 11. On the right hand, we omit the 3rd of the chord. And on the left hand, we omit the 5th. Then we alternate them like this. All of these substructure techniques are a great way to avoid a pattern that repeats the same notes on both hands. Of course, this run works great on a C major 7 sharp 11 chord, but it would also work on any chord that pairs well with the C Lydian scale, like an A minor 7 Dorian. Or D7 Mixolydian. Number 8. This is a simple pattern over a Dorian scale. Let's use A minor Dorian and build a voicing with a fifth, a second, and another fifth. Then the left hand walks the scale and the right hand plays the other 3 notes like this. Number 9. Just a diminished major 7th arpeggio, alternating hands up and down. Notice how at the end, the right hand repeats what we've just played on the left hand. Again, since this is a diminished major 7 chord, we can use it on any dominant chord from the tritone system. For example, B diminished major 7 works on B7, D7, F7, and A flat 7. Number 10. This one is a variation of number 7, except we're going up the arpeggio. It's an F major 7 sharp 11 chord with the 2 substructures F, A, B, E on the left and F, B, C, E on the right. We're just going up this time, which is also quite effective. Number 11. This one uses a hexatonic scale, a scale with 6 notes. You can see it as a minor pentatonic add 9. So C minor pentatonic with D included. The cool thing about this particular scale is how well it fits on the right hand. Think of the following 2 positions, C, D, E flat, and F, G, B flat, C. You can run it up and down with ease. To create a full run, we're using a pattern with an odd number of notes using the same hand position like this. On the left hand, you can introduce any notes from the chord you're playing this run on top of, like this. And number 12. The best way to look at this arpeggio is to think of an augmented triad with an added note. So if we think of a B augmented and then we add the note a half step above the top note of this chord, we get this. And this works great on a G7 chord because it has the third, the sharp 5 or flat 13, the root, and the flat 9. So it brings an altered sound to the G7. Of course, we can also use it over the tritone substitution of G7, which is D flat 7. Thanks again for joining us. As always, I hope that was helpful. All of our members are going to receive a complimentary PDF to help them better understand today's concepts. If you'd like to become a member, go ahead and click on the join button or the link down below. YouTube seems to think you're going to like one of these two videos here, so go ahead, stick around, and check those out. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next time.